A blast from the past in white-collar crime. Kobi Alexander, who founded one-time tech darling Ex-Comverse technology, then moved to Africa just before being indicted for securities fraud 10 years ago, has agreed to come back to the U.S. and face the music. Scott Cohn broke the story earlier today and has our report tonight.
It is one of the last remaining criminal cases from the dot-com era, and maybe the most colorful. Jacob Kobi Alexander helped invent voicemail. His company, Ex-Comverse Technology, became a high flyer. But the feds say he masterminded a 15-year scheme to manipulate the value of Ex-Comverse options, cheating shareholders out of millions. With a grand jury indictment looming in 2006, he moved to Namibia, which had no extradition treaty with the U.S. Months later, we tracked him down.
Why not just go back to the States and clear your name? Why would you not do that?
He was already well established in Namibia by then and contributing lavishly by Namibian standards, building affordable housing, donating to education. All too transparent, charged his critics in the U.S.
It looks like he's trying to influence the politics of Namibia to keep him there.
His attorneys flatly denied that, even as extradition proceedings dragged on. Alexander went on to establish soup kitchens that reportedly feed hundreds of children per day. He didn't ignore his legal troubles in the U.S., settling every lawsuit, including one by his own company, and agreeing to pay $53 million to the Securities and Exchange Commission. But the criminal case would be more complicated. Previously charged with 35 felony counts, Alexander, who's now 64, will plead guilty to a single count of securities fraud this week. His attorney says even though Alexander is leaving Namibia, he and his family will continue their charitable work there. Still undetermined whether he'll have to do it from prison. Even though Kobi Alexander fought extradition for years, the U.S. government never formally declared him a fugitive. That's in part because he moved to Africa before he was indicted, and that may have created just enough room to cut a deal and bring this case, and maybe a whole era, to an end once and for all. Scott Cohn, Nightly Business Report, Mountain View, California.